Hey guys, also you're supposed to have not just depend on your phone. I know this class also heavily depends on their phones. Again, we're supposed to have you log in using your Chromebook for our assignments. And I know because again, and I was told this, I thought, well, really, I mean, in the middle of things, what does it matter? Well, if you're on campus, we're responsible for what you can look at. So we have to make sure that it is appropriate, and this is what I've been told. So I've got to make sure that everybody is on their Chromebook in class. So I've got Nick, I've got yours. I know everyone else has a Chromebook. You need to bring it to class and then do your work on that. Okay. All right. Questions? Yes.
I think get my Chromebook looked at.
Okay. Go ahead and send Miss Parks an email. Send her an email. Tell her what's wrong with it, because she's doing that.
What's her email?
aparks@westsideschools.org. Yes, sir.
Okay, just my phone to that, so bring my Chromebook more.
Absolutely. Absolutely fine. Because I haven't been a stickler for it, and I need to be. It's time for me to not be that way. Okay, so grandiose is showy, magnificent. So could someone's personality be grandiose? Yes. What about, could an advertisement be grandiose?
Yes.
Yes. All right, so Tyler, will you please read your sentence for us?
The house that my family comes by is very good.
Perfect. Okay. Jonah, do you mind to read yours?
Grandiose house looked straight out of a movie.
Very good. Wonder why it did that.
I may have put L.
Oh, okay. You didn't mean to have it like exclamatory, like, hey. It did.
Oh, I didn't think it was.
All right, Logan, you want to read yours?
The black players are grandiose most of the time.
Very good. I'm going to add a period there. And Caden? Avery's basketball skills are grandiose. Very good. Sierra, do you want to read yours? Sierra was having internet issues. She's emailed me and put it in the chat. So my neighbor's house is grandiose. All right, Grant, do you want to read yours? People don't really like other people who show their grandiose possessions and brag about it. Perfect. Okay, Robert.
The Chevy was very grandiose.
Perfect. And Brayden. He could not afford the grandiose vehicle, so they went with a cheaper one. Okay, guys, this is a perfect example. This sentence, it needs a mark of punctuation. What does it need and why? Comma after vehicle. Who can tell me why that's right? That's exactly it. So it's two independent sentences joined by so it needs a comma. What else could you have done if you didn't want to add the comma? Put a period, capitalized they. And what else? One more thing you could have done.
Could you put like a semicolon?
Semicolon. A semicolon.
Or they went with.
You don't even have to have therefore. A semicolon joins two independent sentences. They're so close together. Perfect. All right, Jacob. Newer vehicles are grandiose compared to older ones. And Abigail, you want to read yours?
Yeah, I can. The couch was a grandiose piece of furniture.
Thank you. Raiment. Raiment is a piece of clothing, a garment. Tyler, will you read yours? Perfect. Jonah?
There were still, I had raiments at the top.
Like pieces of clothing lying around. Yes. Logan? Shh, guys, listen. Shh. Okay, now good. Again, good sentence. What do we need after raiments?
A comma.
Comma. You could do a semicolon if you just, well, that might kind of change the, no, I don't really think I want to do that. So he can stop using mine. He can stop using mine. You know, I don't know that I would put a comma there for that one. Because you're using it not as a coordinated conjunction, but you're using it in place of because. He can stop using mine. All right, Sierra. Shh. The queen's raiment was covered in jewels. Very good. Robert. The raiment was made of cloth. And Brayden. Perfect. And Grant. Raiment. Perfect. It sounds like garment. Perfect. And Abigail. She writes, oh, she's
I
going
wear
to,
remnants that are right for me.
perfect. And
I
Caden,
wear remnants that are right for me.
perfect, you do. And Caden, hoodies are my favorite piece of raiment. And Jacob, kids get new raiments when they go back to school shopping. Perfect. Okay, we'll do the last three tomorrow. I want to go ahead and review the other words though, because we're still responsible for them. What is eclectic?
It'll be different or something like that.
Eclectic is from a different variety of sources. Very good. What about heterogeneous?
Different.
Different. What about finesse? Tactful. I think of finesse as like someone who's very good at something and they're very smooth. They make it look very easy. They have finesse. What about a masochist? Yes. And what about chimerical? Imaginary. Perfect. And sapient? Wise. And nubile? Perfect. And harbinger? Yes. And pejorative? Good. And finally, machination? Perfect. Guys, the test is going to be on what day? On Friday. The test will be sentence writing. And I'm still aware that I have not allowed hey guys, listen, I have not actually let anybody be exempt yet. I know that. So I believe I said you had 2 coming. So we may be getting close to 1. It might be soon, right? We know it's already mid-October. So anyway, that would be strictly for those who write a sentence every time for every word. Okay. Questions on the words. Right now, let's go back to what we did yesterday in class. Everyone was assigned a topic, and I believe you all told me you needed about 5 more minutes-ish, right, for this. So my people who weren't here, that includes Brennan. Maddie wasn't here, so Maddie needs to listen and know what she's supposed to do. Who else wasn't here? Braden. Okay, so Braden, Maddie, and Brennan. Yes, just please use the hall pass. Okay, let me look at my sheet. We've already assigned you things. So, Braden, you will have medieval castles. You will just review, like you're going to write, what everyone's doing here is short, quick research. So you could look up on a reputable source, what were medieval castles like? And you scroll till you find an edu or .org or what else? .gov is good. And you would find a site, and then you would just read a little bit about medieval castles, and then report back. You can, and you don't have to put on this document, but a lot of people are copying and pasting their work like we do vocab. You're putting your information and you're citing the source right here for MLA form. Okay. And guys, this is very much like you do on a works cited page. So I'm interested in the works cited, what it looks like. Okay. We're not doing parenthetical citation. I just want you to make sure you know how to cite on a works cited page. All right. So he's got castles. Let's see what else. I went through my list. Brennan, you have quest. So you're going to look up what would be an example of a knight's quest, Quest, on a reputable source. You'd read it, you'd cite the source, MLA, and then you write a few sentences that you've learned based on that article. You're paraphrasing, okay? And then finally, I've got Maddie. Maddie, it looks like Maddie might have archetype. Does anyone else here have archetype? So Maddie, you need to look up the literary term archetype and tell us what it is. What is an archetype? Okay. Questions on any of these? You guys, and I know my new people are obviously going to need more than 5 minutes. So Brennan, Braden, and Maddie might need to work through the period while we're starting to share ours. Yes, sir.
Okay, so I forgot which one I had, or what I needed to do.
Okay, did you hear what I just went through? What I just said? Okay, so let me see. Jacob, you have Code of Chivalry.
Yeah, you said define what it is, and then there was like 6 or 7.
There's going to be several tenets of Code of Chivalry. You can just do bullet points on them, listing them if you like. Now, the important thing is that you're going to cite your source. So whatever article, where you get it from, make sure it's good, and you're gonna cite it like you're writing a paper, works cited.
Alright,
I just wanna-
Easy Bib and stuff.
Easy Bib's fine. If it'll, now sometimes Easy Bib wants to kind of balk if it doesn't have an author. And if you need help, you can let me know. I'll help you, okay? Questions, comments? How is my virtual? So guys, is 5 minutes going to be enough, or you think you might need more like 10 minutes? Not talking to my new people who weren't here yesterday. They need,
Please.
my new people need the whole time. All right, I'm going to go ahead and set the timer for 10 minutes for my people who were here yesterday, not my new people. And we'll go ahead and go. That just keeps us on task, right? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop presenting for now, but I'm going to keep recording the class.
All I have is questions. I just gotta fight that sword.
That should, I put mine in one words too.
If you need me, please let me know. Okay?
What?
Can you please have a great,
Yes.
a wonderful practice, please? Huh? Please.
Ask Google, what was I not? Or what is?
That is not like a plot. There's not even a
What
watch.
was I not? Yes. In your lunches.
You're like 5 feet apart, so.
Exactly. You're welcome. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help, okay?
Making a music video.
Well, that could be for a class.
I thought you would pick that up.
I don't know.
Oh, well.
So is this fun for mine right now?
Oh, my.
There's anything in there about his.
I think that was his mission. Of like different phases and
Oh.
different.
Well, if I'm the second, you might just add on. I mean, if you don't, are you gonna be sharing yours, you want me to read yours?
But mine is off.
What?
Okay, so, some of like, when we actually get to it, you wanna read it?
Oh, wow, but
So we add on that, if you don't have to. Read yours, what did you already have yours? Okay,
Mr. Rich,
I'm coming down with it, yes.
for the Ten Commandment thing for sugar, is that?
It is, it is.
So, we just like copy and paste the link to the slide?
No, I want you to put it in MLA format. That means you need, well, that means you want to go to the article and you need to, I can help you with it. Some of them say how to type this. Hey, guys, listen, a lot of you guys are just putting the link, that's not gonna be enough. The link, you cannot just put the link. You gotta go back and put MLA format like it's regular works cited, like a paper, okay? So let's go back to it and, let's find, is there an author on this?
Yes, Bob.
Okay, so Cartwright, comma, Mark, is the first one you type in. It takes a few minutes, but if you work really hard on an article, we can like to get credit for that. Yes,
So you put
Cartwright, comma, Mark. Last name first. Period, Mark.
Speaker going.
No.
The next is going to be what the title of the article was, or what you were looking for. Medieval Knight with all quotation marks. Guys, if you need help finding or anything, let me know. With a period, post quotation marks. Next, we're going to look for a publisher. Alright, so we got a date. We're gonna need that too.
published.
Oh, okay, this is- okay.
This?
There's a lot of them.
Leave it all this in. It doesn't work.
I introduced this on my name. Yes. Then we're gonna talk today. Guys, we've got a lot of work to do. Tom, your family.
What are we doing now?
There's submission up here. Citation.
So the.
Ready about that name? Oh, no.
Not on there.
Makes me want that date. Easy to get a lot of understanding, especially out there, it would be kind of awkward, but it's good to kind of know how to. You're gonna do 7 November 2018, because I want to make it 10 or 7 November 2018, period. Then you're going to do web, WEB, period. Then today's date, what did you do it yesterday? Okay, so 6th October 2020. And then the link. Got it. You're welcome, that is it. It takes a while, but just think of it like, this person worked hard on
So when you mean the link, you mean
I mean, the little, yes, that's, yes. I mean. Perfect.
Thank you for being on it.
So, what is really like is what is actually the government. It's like the government.
Your arms are so. What? Right.
See, I think that's.
No, like the left. Yeah. So weird. No, the words are back to those. The rope. Yeah, the rope. No. You have it up here, you bring it down. Just squeeze it back up there. I use this right No, I'm some of those days when I'm playing with the upside down heat.
Oh, yeah.
No, but I just back. Actually, coffee is.
Hold it down and just say coffee. Coffee.
Maybe like, ooh, we really should.
No, okay, let's go back and see if we can find the data. I know there may be, how about, maybe put in, what are examples of legalized question challenges?
I just like open the URL bar, just hold it down, copy, paste it.
Legalized challenges and threats.
Have you not seen Ron? He's like,
That is a really good story.
Yeah, think about credit. Well, I think about credit. Right now, I have. I have like 26. For real.
Because you should have an English code.
Oh, that's true.
You can have it like,
And I didn't double up on mine.
yeah, you can have it like,
I had, maybe. That's pretty good.
every time.
like you can have no credits for everyone. You can't.
Because I know,
Oh, my freaking GPA.
Burn.
We had 3.5.
you know that one yet, let's try that one.
What?
My GPA last year was
So we could not just see that even for class or calendar or tests.
Missouri Department of Education on my,
I'll be right there. The first thing we'll do is there is an offer. Of an order.
There is no offer.
Okay, so then you need to go up to the article title or what you looked at, that was quotation marks, first thing. Request? Okay, maybe put in how we're not tested. How we're not tested. Right back on the website. Alright, so the article, code of chivalry is quotation marks.
Yeah.
what,
Yeah, I went off to it.
Okay, guys, our time is up. Is everyone about finished, ready to share? Except for our new people, right?
I tried how they were tested and it tells me to look up treated. And it won't bring anything up like that.
Okay, I'll work on it. Give me just a minute to find you something. All right, guys, so what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and go back to our, I know some people are still working. Jacob, we're just going to take yours and we're going to do that as a class.
What?
Because I'm cutting it off. Y'all said 10 minutes and I think that's enough time. We can start sharing for 15 before I give y'all tech time. So we're going to just take yours and we're going to do it together.
all right.
Is that all right?
Yo.
Okay, so everyone else, I'm assuming we're ready to go. Most of you put it on this document, or did you just simply attach it? Whichever you did, we'll find it, okay?
Put it on a different,
Did you put it on this assignment? Perfect. We'll just start with that one. Okay, let's start. I'm pulling Jacob's up right now. Jacob Tyler.
here,
And then Jacob, what is the website?
medieval-night/code-code-chivalry-nights.
I'm still on go.com. .com?
medieval-chronicle.com
Yes. What else?
/medieval-night
Dash. Oh,
slash,
hang on. I'm on dash. Okay, slash.
or did you get medieval-night
Yes.
/code
Slash what?
/code
See, code.
dash of dash chivalry dash nights.
Oops. Okay, excellent. Thank you. All right, so guys, we're going to decide this one together because I know a lot of you all might have been having issues with that. So quickly, I'm going to share my screen. And the internet, I'm still waiting on it to go there. So just can't be reached. Okay, guys, right now, I don't have, hey guys, don't have all the attention that we need. So we need to have, everybody should be looking at the screen. I know we're waiting on it to load. I've still got Maddie and Brendan working on theirs because they did not have yesterday to do it. But other than that, we should be exercising our patience. Tell you what, Jacob, could you just put that link on your document so I can, thank you, that'll be much faster for me. Yes. Very excellent. Very excellent. Okay, so we got okay guys, so paying attention, everybody's attention. We're not looking at our phones or looking, I know that a lot of you work on your phones, but now it's class time, whole class. So we are going to do this. So Jacob's was Code of Chivalry. So the first thing, now Jacob, do you want to go ahead and share yours? Or do you want me to do it?
Let me just check your spelling.
Oh, oops. Okay.
You can do it. if you want to.
Okay. I don't mind. You all have the choice of me. I can share it or you can. All right, so his was the Code of Chivalry. Code of Chivalry. All right, the rules and ways of the medieval knights. So someone read that first one for me. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. What was the first one?
Believe the church's teachings and observe the church's.
Okay, so that's first and foremost. They were supposed to do that. Number 2, what is the second tenet? Defend the church. This was a knight's responsibility. What's the third one? Respect and defend the weak. That would be, what would that be like?
Like homeless people, like respect them, they know, they like to let people on them.
Yes. Older people, widows, children, people who can't help themselves. Perfect. All right. Okay. The fourth one is what? Love your country. All right. The fifth one? Don't fear your enemy. The next one?
No mercy.
Okay. So don't show mercy, but it says do hesitate to make war with the infidel. All right. So
Wait, do hesitate or do not?
it says do.
I'm supposed to do not.
Okay. Do not. All right. I was going to say do not hesitate to make war. So what is an infidel?
Any,
You
a person,
know, like an opponent.
a person like a threat, maybe.
An infidel is someone who will not accept the church or God.
So is that?
Pretty sure.
Hey,
An infidel, a person who does not believe in religion or who adheres to a religion other than one's own. So anyone, it could be, or it could just be someone who believes in a different way. Yes. Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Baptist or Church of Christ.
Yeah, it could be that way. Sure. Absolutely.
I was thinking more like if your little kingdom is like Christian and
Catholic.
yeah, no, but then you got like Muslim.
Sure. Absolutely. Because this is the time of the holy wars, right? The Crusades. All right. Next is what?
Perform all your feudal duties as long as they're not conflicted with the law of God.
Very good. Okay. Next.
Never lie or whatever.
Good. And the next one? Be generous. And finally,
Always and everywhere be right and good against evil.
okay, so this was their code. They swore to this. They were to uphold it, and that was what they were all supposed to do. So now, next, Jacob. I was in the process of helping Jacob, and the time ran out. So what we're going to do is go all this as a class together. We're going to go cite this together. All right. Now I believe there's no. On this, there's no author that we found, right? Of course, this is a .com. And EasyBib would probably just spit this right back out. It probably wouldn't want to do much with it, but, okay, so, guys, sometimes we just have to cite what is there. So this one is, we probably could have searched and found one that didn't have all these issues. But Knight's Code of Chivalry would be the title. Okay. So guys, in quotation marks, Knight's Code of Chivalry. Right. I'm terrible.
Come on, read.
Well, it's late in the day, and I don't know about y'all, but y'all are just getting started, but I'm ready to call it a day. All right, so Knight's Code of Chivalry, period. That's the title of the article. Because there's no author, that's what we have to go for. Next, where is my little, there it is. All right, so next we look for a publisher or someone who is supporting this. It's medievalchronicles.com. Medievalchronicles.com would be next. Oh, good grief. Medieval. Next, we look for a date. Is there any date on this that's last been updated, or there's just so much on here. I'm not finding any date. So now they used to have us put ND for no date. They don't have us do that anymore. We've got the publisher. The next thing to do would be to put today's date. We accessed it on the web. Today's date is the 6th of October. And then 2020. And then, of course, okay, double spaced is how we do it. And there we are. That's a perfect citation for that. Okay, there we go. All right, next person, because I just went with him first because we had that listed. All right, so who is going next? Let's see. Okay, guys, you know what? We've got 7 minutes without tech time. I don't know that we need a tech time today. It's like I've had more, I don't know, distraction, or maybe I'm just noticing it today. I've been asleep for the last 6 weeks. I'm noticing it. I don't know, but we need to focus now, because if we're rowdy the whole period, you certainly don't deserve, I would think, tech time, right? So next, we're looking at, I'm going to go ahead and go for this one. Nick has done Guinevere. Nick, would you like to chime in and do your, introduce us to Guinevere? Your citations are perfect.
King Arthur, also, she was having an affair with Sir Lancelot, meaning she was cheating on King Arthur.
No.
She was also abducted by Arthur's nephew, but is rescued by Arthur later on. Some say she represents the goddess of Sophia.
Okay.
Now, I didn't really get much on the goddess of Sophia on what that was, but from what I've read, that's what they represent her as.
Perfect. Now, someone brought this up earlier today. They said, a lot of these legends are either they're contradicting each other, or I didn't know that the sword, talking about the Lady of the Lake and all of that. So there are several that run just the same, but there are some that are a little bit, they have different ways they go. So, but I think in almost every one of them, Guinevere does, of course, go her way with Lancelot, which is a complete breaking down of the whole system. As you know, knights could promise to a lady, and that was called her, their lady, but they could never be in any way physical, right? They could say, I'm winning this for my lady, things like that. But anytime that was crossed, it was broken down. That's what happened to Guinevere and Arthur.
In other words, women controlled society, and we just did everything for them.
Well, that's just the way it ought to be. That's great. Okay. It's supposed to be funny. All right, Logan, are you ready to share yours? Logan, do you want to share yours, or you want me to read it for you? Okay, so Logan had King Arthur. King Arthur was a legendary British leader who helped defeat the Saxon invaders in the late 5th and early 6th century. Okay, very good. Now, the only thing, we didn't cite our source. And Britannica, I thought, had a little place you could, sometimes they'll say how to cite this page. They do. So, really easy to do this, just cite. Of course, it gives you this information. All of this here. So you just have to put it in order. Oh, there's so many things you have to click on. This would drive me crazy. All right, so the first thing we have, okay, so the editors of Encyclopedia Britannica, they are the authors. So Encyclopedia Britannica editors would be first, followed by King Arthur in quotation marks. Encyclopedia Britannica is the website name, followed by the publisher, date published, and then before, of course, your URL, you're going to want to put web, access date, and then the short little URL. So that's the order. It gives you information, just not in order. So Logan, if you can go back, can you do that for us? Go back and put that on there. It's good practice for you to do that. And as you all know, it would take me forever to go back, as long as it takes me to go back and forth on those and do that. So Logan, please fix that up. So guys, here's how it's going to be with this assignment. You need to go back and fix it to get full points. Because if you don't cite it correctly, I will take points off of it, because we're showing how to do this. Okay, excellent work. So next would be, well, I have a lot opened. I know. I probably shouldn't. But I don't know. I just have, see, some of them, this is GoGuardian. That's eSchool. I'm waiting on something for NHS. That's the Google Meet. That's an article. I guess I can click off now. Same thing for this one. I don't know. Okay, Tyler, would you like to share yours? Or, okay, so the source, all right, so he's gotten Camelot, King Arthur, and the Knights of the Round Table. So his was Knights of the Round Table. The writer of the article was Owen Jarvis. All right, so for putting an MLA, you would put Jarvis, comma Owen, if that's his first name, or it could be Owen. Yeah, Jarvis Owen. Article title next. We need to go back and find the publisher and all that other information there. We need to make it look like this right here. Does that make sense, guys? Okay, so Nick, see, that's the first thing is the author. The second thing is the title. This is the website. The publisher's next. The date it was published and the website. Now, here's the thing with MLA. It goes back and forth. It changes every year because sometimes they'll want you to put web in the whole website, sometimes not. So Nick's was, I would not mark his at all. His looks good. Even though I added web with the date, access date with the others. Okay, so Tyler, do you want me to share this again? All right, so it says Camelot is a mythical castle that is in the story of King Arthur that is located in Great Britain in the center of the kingdom of La Grace, where King Arthur was held in court. So again, it's a chimerical or mythical castle. Very nice. Okay, so let me know if you need help for me to go back and help you cite that correctly, okay? All right, Landon, you want to share yours?
I, as a person who is granted a title of knighthood by a head of the state, representing the service of the law, courage of the country,
Yes.
especially in a military capacity. The background of the knighthood can be traced back to the Greek Hippias, Roman
Eques, okay.
of Assyria.
Antiquity. That's great. And notice how he did his, everything looks just fantastic on it. Only thing I'll just put a period there. Okay, great. Great citation. I am going to make it double spaced. And I'm indenting the second line. Looks perfect. There we go. Perfect citation. All right, so next is Robert. You had armor.
He's actually
He is in the bathroom, so we're going to skip him and come back. But notice he did not do his, he'll have to go back and do his citation. I want him to get full points, and that won't make full points. And guys, it's too easy to do. It's too easy to go back and do it the correct way, okay? So Grant, do you want to share Merlin with us?
So Merlin was not just a great wizard who served King Arthur. He actually served multiple kings and had many different faces. He first appeared as a young boy under the name of Empress with the British king.
Very excellent. Okay, so we learned more about Merlin then. And so here again, we'll need to go to this website, like several of the other ones, to make sure we're citing it correctly. And again, with the .com, you guys you're brave to use a .com, but yes, it has sources, a lot of sources, and sometimes they're not all bad. I just think that you guys will know when you're writing a paper, you don't need to go to .coms. You'll go to databases to get all your information.
I use a .net McRead.
Did you? That's great. Okay, so see, Timeless Myths is the publisher. So we had to scroll all the way to the bottom to get that. But so Grant, you'll need to go through and just kind of dig your way, finding all the pieces that you need. I don't see a name on this, although there was a name at the bottom.
It was. I think it said it was posted by someone.
Okay, so his name would go first, then the title. You got the publisher there. Jimmy Joe. The website, the publisher, that date it gave. Then, of course, web, the date you accessed it with the website. Okay, so guys, let's call it a day there. I know I took a little bit of your tech time, but you all may have your tech time now. Tomorrow we'll finish after vocab. So I do ask that Braden and Brennan and Madison, if y'all can have those ready to go tomorrow. If you need me, email me. I'll help you. If any of you need help citing your source, just ask a couple other people. I will help you. I'll be glad to help you, okay? I mean, yes, I am going to do it right now. Because you know what, till you ask me, no, I didn't think about it. Okay, so Okay. Not
Shot in the
Oh, here we go. Ooh. Okay, I found one for you. I'm just going to email Brennan. I'm going to email this to you. I found a really good website. What? You're welcome. I love finding sources. Source for quick. Okay, so Brennan, it's just very. All I did, honey, was just send the link to you. I know that looks kind of rude for an email, but that's what it looks like. I didn't like put a hello or whatever. I just sent you the link. I never do that. I feel so rude when I do that, but you know it's coming. Okay.
You can check mine again.
Yes, I can. I sure will.
It doesn't have the date when it was published.
It doesn't have the date, so we just can't. And
It
we
just said published 2 years ago.
and it's okay. We can't put what we don't know. That's okay. Oh, that looks so good.
Better.
Yes, I'm gonna be extra persnickety. I'm capitalizing, even though I know your article might not have. Perfect. No, hon, you're fine. This is how we. Period. This is what I do all day. So this is perfect. And then of course, so publisher. Do we know who? Or the title of the webpage? What is the title of the webpage? Do we know?
I think it's lifescience.com.
Life, and that's okay. Life
Life
science is one word, or oh, live.
Yeah,
Perfect.
lifescience.com.
Got it. Perfect. And then anything? Oh, 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
what it said.
well, so it doesn't give a date. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, is there any more information on it?
I didn't see none.
Okay. Okay. So
Check again.
we'll just do this. Web. Did you find that today or yesterday?
Yesterday.
So 5 October. I can't believe it's October 2020, and then we'll have y'all have a good day. See you tomorrow. I feel like I was grouchy with everybody, but I don't know. Okay, so if you didn't find it, hun, that'll be it. And I'll clean that up myself. That's excellent.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Oh, I didn't say bye to my virtual. They're all gone. Bye. Okay. So I'm not done. Okay, a lot of information to go through, and I'm still recording. How horrible is that? Oh my Lord.